okay? In today's video, we are continuing the biopic series, episode 2. In this movie, we're going to be doing What's Love Got to Do with It? Yes, yes, yes. The autobiographical story of Tina Turner. So that's what we're covering in today's video. Make sure that you keep it locked right here. Make sure that you like, comment below, and subscribe to this channel for more biopic series episodes. Okay, so let's get it. So to be fair, I'm just gonna say a couple things before we get started. I love this movie so much. In fact, I think it's on right now on Bounce. If y'all want to bounce to channel Bounce, they play a lot of like old movies. Well, not old movies, but black movies on that channel. That's why I stay hip and stay accurate. I will say that this is like my third time watching this movie within the past month. I think I watched it twice already, and it's on TV right now, so I thought I would just, why not? You know, why not just crack that movie down, crack it open, and let's see what we didn't know, okay, about Tina Turner. So, first of all, most of the stuff that was in the movie, What's Love Got to Do with It, which came out in 1993 after she wrote a autobiographical book called I, Tina. Most of everything that's in the movie is actually true, which is great. Is it a good movie? But it's definitely filled with suspense and just empathy, you know what I'm saying? She was born Anna Mae Bullock in 1939, and she lived in Nutbush, Tennessee. And so it, like in the movie, she was a little girl when her mother left her and took her sister with her. In real life, that's not what happened, okay? So what really happened was her mother did leave her, but she also left her sister too with their grandmother. So in the movie, it's just showing that Tina got left and she took the other sister with her, and she had some sort of resentment against her mother once she did end up going to live with the mother when the grandma passed away. But in fact, the mother did leave both sisters with the grandmother until she passed away. So that's the first thing that wasn't in the movie, okay? And, Anna Mae gets older, and she does go to move with her mother, and she starts hanging out at a club, and it was called Club Manhattan at the time. And this is around the 1950s. That's when she meets Ike. She meets Ike in 1956. And after she does have this performance with him, she starts to perform with him. And what they also left out in the movie is that Ike was also planning to record the song A Fool in Love, but the singer did not show up, and Anna Mae jumped in there and recorded the song, and then he put that song out as Ike and Tina, which made her a part of the group. So, yes, it is true that Ike and Tina got married in Mexico. They did have a baby, but what they also left out of the movie was that Anna Mae, which is Tina Turner, she had a baby from a previous relationship. Now, this was not in the movie, but this happened in real life. She actually had already had a son before. So Ike had 2 sons, and then she got pregnant and had another son. So making them a family of 4, okay? And in the movie, it was like Ike had 2 sons, and then he got her pregnant for the first time, and she had a son, and then he got her pregnant again, and she had another son, and that's not the way it went down. She had a kid at a young age, and then she met Ike, and then she got pregnant. Hence her 2 kids, his 2 kids, family of 4. Most of the songs in that movie was just off the charts. Like, I could tell, like, people loved going to see them perform, and they made more money doing shows than they did, you know, selling records. And especially because it wasn't just about her singing. It was about her singing, her dancing, her outfits, her wigs. Like, everything was on point. I think it's true, like in the movie, you could tell that Ike started to get jealous, that people, or just feel like people didn't come out to see him anymore. They came out to see her. They were screaming Tina Turner, not Ike and Tina. Like, after a while, it was just about Tina Turner. but I feel like the whole time it was about her. I feel like um, he's not. I mean, people come out to see his show, and he was a good singer, but he wasn't a show. You know what I'm saying? Did divorce in 1978, and I think that is true that she chose to take her name, and he got all the money from the royalties. But what they didn't put in the movie was that she had 36. I think they put this part. She had 36 cents and a credit card. But what they didn't put in the movie was that she had to get on food stamps to feed her children, and that she ended up working in houses, you know, cleaning houses to make ends meet. And I just think that if they would have included that in the movie, it would have made the movie more relatable to women, especially because a lot of black women have to do that because they don't have any way to feed their kids. And also, you know, slipping that in that she already had a kid would have been more relatable as well to a lot of women having a kid. A lot of black women and women in general just having a kid at a young age. Divorced Ike in 1978, and she did not have a hit until 1983. So she took a couple years out of the industry to make sure that her kids were good. And I think that that's really important. I don't think that you can kind of like slip past that, because she was at the top of her game. And then because of the divorce and everything, she had to hustle, you know, just to make ends meet. And she did end up back on the charts, but I think it's important to include the struggle of it all as well. Not just the abuse, because that's not the only struggle. Abuse was real, and it was true that he was very abusive, and he was on. She admitted to saying that she wanted to divorce him because he was very physically abusive, and he was on drugs really bad, and he was cheating a lot. Back on the charts when she made the Al Green, her version of Al Green's song "Let's Stay Together," and then she released her first solo album called Private Dancer, and that sold 20 million copies. And on that album is where the song "What's Love Got to Do with It" was on, and it was earned a Grammy for Record of the Year. Then after that, she came out with her autobiography, I, Tina, and that's when the movie "What's Love Got to Do with It" came out in 1993. Clear, most of the things I'm going to say moving forward weren't in the movie because it happened after 1993, and that's cool with me. That's okay. These are just, now I'm just saying facts that we didn't know about Tina Turner, because I haven't heard about her in a while, and I know that she's still alive, so I just think it's important to say these things. So Ike and Tina were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but Ike could not come to accept the award because he was in jail for drug possession, and then in 2007 he had died of a drug overdose. So yeah, that's sad. That's really sad. And I think we didn't really see how bad his drug abuse was in the movie, because that probably promoted him to be so abusive, was that he was on drugs a lot of the time. I mean, we did see some scenes where he was definitely hitting the coke a little too hard, and ending up passing out on the floor, and well, not passing out, but he was just, you know, in a drunken state on the floor, and she dragged him to the bed and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just feel like that definitely influenced him to just go from 0 to 100 real fucking quick. Not only was his personality just very like controlling and abusive, but you add some alcohol or some drugs to that, and you got yourself a hurricane. And that's exactly what he was in her life, a fucking hurricane. So in 2008, she went on her highest ticket selling tour which was called Tina's 50th Anniversary Tour. And that was the last tour. She said that that was the last tour that she would go on, but it wasn't. She was just getting started. And I think it's because she spent a lot of time like touring with Ike and doing performances with Ike. So she just wanted it to be finally about her. She found love again in 2013, and she and her partner, her longtime partner, Erwin Bach, got married. And I think that's fabulous, like that she ended up, you know, being happy and in love again. And that's amazing. And I definitely was here for the part of the movie where she was doing Buddhism, and that did happen to her in real life. She did convert to Buddhism, and she made 2 spiritual albums in 2010, one called Children Beyond, and then she made one in 2010, Children Beyond, and then another one called Love Within in 2014. 2018, she received a Lifetime Achievement Award, and she opened up about Ike and said that she forgave him years ago for all the abuse and all the trouble that he had put her through. And she did say that he asked her to go on tour, and she was like, absolutely not. Like, you can't, with a guy like that, you just gotta end things with, you know, you can't half-ass that. But what I didn't know was that months after she received her Lifetime Achievement Award in 2008, her son committed suicide at 50 something years old. And I think that's so sad. And it was her eldest son from the previous relationship I was talking about before. And oh, that's so sad. I know that really broke her heart, especially because she said she didn't know why, like why he did that, or what he was going through or troubling with, and that they always had good conversations. And she did come out with another book published, and it was called My Love Story. And she has suffered some kind of heart trouble. She has suffered some health trouble in the past couple of years. I think she had a stroke, and then she had some kidney failure, and her husband actually gave her a kidney. So I thought that was beautiful. And she talked about being at peace with dying, like saying that if it's her time to go, it's her time to go. And saying, you know, her mom died at 80 something and she's 70 something, so, and her sister died too, so I guess she was just saying, like, if it was her time to go, then she's okay with that. And that in Buddhism, like, they practice not being afraid of death. And that's huge. That's some huge, heavy stuff right there. But I just wanted to let you guys know some facts. This is episode 2. Make sure that you like this video, comment below, and subscribe. I hope you guys like what I'm putting down right now, because I think I'm doing a good job. I hope y'all think I'm doing a good job. Just leave a comment below, and I'll see you in episode 3. Peace.